Hey guys, how we all doing? It's Tommy here again, and I'm with Julie and I'm out in Coatbridge and another beautiful kitchen makeover. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, Julie, just about your experience. So can you tell us a wee bit just about how you first heard about My Beautiful Kitchen?
I seen the reviews on Facebook.
Sure.
So that obviously interested me quite a lot because it was real people having their kitchen done and all. Everybody seemed to be really happy with it.
Good, like you on video hopefully today.
Yes, hopefully.
Good. So fast forward a wee bit, I think you came into the showroom you'd mentioned.
I did.
And it was Mark, our designer, that dealt with you?
Met Mark, came with my mum. We'd already been to, we took two other quotes, one with Wix and one with Wren.
Yeah.
And we came in to see Mark and really impressed with what you had in the showroom. And also, you know, the design, the layout, you know, the explanation about what he was going to do for us was great. That really impressed me. So that was decision made almost there and then.
Good. And how did you find Mark to deal with in terms of the design?
Absolutely great.
Find him knowledgeable?
Knowledgeable, great ideas, just very easy, you know, very easy. And my mum is the boss in making decisions, and he satisfied her, and if he can satisfy her, that's job done.
Then that's good news. Fantastic. So after that, presumably you would have met Jeff, who's our technical surveyor.
Jeff came out, yeah, after that. I've been on holiday for a few weeks, but when I came back, Jeff came out to see us.
Yep. And Jeff's job, for anybody who doesn't know, is essentially he's the technical person. In terms, he would come out, double check all Mark's measurements, double check all the sizes. He would be doing all the ordering in the kitchen and essentially programming everything so that everything gets delivered, you know, exactly when it's required and stuff like that. And how did you find Jeff?
Great. Everybody in the team was fantastic, to be honest with you. Jeff came out, as I say, did the measurements, told me that the job would be going ahead exactly when we'd planned it to be going ahead, which, because it was quite a while, because I'd been on holiday, I was a wee bit worried that maybe it would be delayed or something like that, but it was fine. We started on the Monday and finished on the Friday's plans. So it took exactly a full week, and I was told that's exactly how long it would take.
Good, and it's a big kitchen. It's a big room. And I think we mentioned, if we can just kind of move on to the kind of the work that's been done for you, it was quite a big strip out.
It was. So lots of tiles and a lot of pulling out. I think the strip out was almost 2 days, to be honest with you. That was quite a lot of time.
Yeah. It was tiled top to bottom.
Yeah.
And is it how does the kitchen compare now then to the previous kitchen? Is it?
It's like night and day. So light, so airy, and the finish is beautiful. I'm delighted with it, absolutely delighted with it.
Magic, okay. And the work that was taken care of for you was taken care of by Kieran and his team. And how did you find Kieran?
Kieran's lovely, quiet man of few words, but came exactly when he said he would, finished when exactly he said he would. And I should mention it was the hottest weather. I think the Thursday that they were here, it was 31 degrees, boiling hot. I don't know how I would have worked through that. Kept them going to nice lollies and drinks.
And how about the work that Kieran's done? How have you found the workmanship?
Lovely, it's great. The finish is perfect. You can see for yourself the units are beautiful, the surfaces are great. Couldn't speak highly enough of them, they were a great team.
Good, and you've always had a good chance to test run the kitchen.
Yes, I have.
So you've used all the appliances, the sink, you know, the cupboards are filled up, so everything's been working just so.
Everything's great, yeah.
Good. So what's the thing you like about the kitchen in comparison to the old kitchen? What's the differences that were made for you, Julie?
I think the finish for a start is just wonderful of it. The different wee layout at the top, which is giving a more extended work surface and just a more of a workstation, if you like, there. And it's just light. I think I had a bit of a I had a bit of a fear about not having it tiled because I had tiles everywhere before, and I actually love the fact that it's not tiled, so that's great for me too.
Brilliant. So just talking about fears, obviously the wee conversation just before we come in, which I think is important to bring up. You had in Glaswegian terms, a bit of a flap before the job. A wobbly.
That was the word I used, I had a wobbly.
A wobbly. So I think this was this when you were on holiday or just before you were away? Just before
I came back from holiday.
So the job's literally just about to start?
About to start. Somebody had told me about a bad review that you had.
Sure.
I read the review and it did worry me. But I had to balance that out with all the fantastic reviews, what I see on Facebook in terms of what we're doing today. And then I called the showroom and I spoke to Esther, who was fantastic, really reassured me that everything would be fine, told me a bit about Kieran and the team, because that was maybe the bit that I didn't know about, you know, what their qualifications were, their experience, you know, what kind of job they would do, and once she told me that, I was completely satisfied that it would be fine, and I'm so glad I went ahead then.
Magic. And I think that's the thing, you know, we don't profess to be perfect, you know, nobody's perfect, nothing's perfect really, ever really, you can always find fault in anything. Unfortunately, working with the public sometimes, there's that saying that it's very difficult to please everyone, and with the volume of jobs that we do, you know, it's inevitable that you will always get people who will have something to say about obviously the workmanship. What we do say as a company is that we'll always leave you in a good place. It's the same kitchens we put in, day out. We don't do different kitchens for one customer or for another customer. It's all, you know, the same build, and it's the same people we use in the jobs day in, day out. And you know, I think sometimes with reviews, being a small business, you know, reviews are everything really. And it's not a big company, obviously. There'll be lots of other people out there. It doesn't matter whether you've got 100 reviews or 150 great reviews. It's if you've got 2 or 3 that are not so good. People tend to focus on that. But I often joke with people and I say Tom Cruise does a bad movie. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a Tom Cruise fan, right? A closet Tom Cruise fan. But you know, not all his movies are good. You know, and sometimes he makes a movie maybe you don't like. But on the whole, do you know what? His movies are usually reasonably good. The Rock's another one. But we really take that feedback on board, and I think maybe now what we'll maybe introduce is maybe just introducing some of the installers, because installers do work independently and they're very separate entities in the sense that they're own small family businesses. You know, I don't really know of any companies now, even your big companies who will promote, like, without mentioning name, but all your big DIY places and things like that, it's their own installation teams. It's not, you know, everything's all subcontracted, but they just don't tell you that. With us, obviously, with installation, you don't pay anything until the very end, and obviously we'll be paid to the project managers on the job. But in terms of the workmanship that's been done for you now,
fantastic.
What would you say to anybody who was maybe fearful of that?
Don't worry about it at all. My fears were completely irrational, to be honest with you, but it was based on a couple of really rotten reviews, which, I mean, must just be really fussy people or difficult people, because I'm perfectly happy with what I've got here. It's lovely.
Brilliant. And hopefully our wee videos and stuff like that demonstrate the quality of the work that we put in.
Definitely.
So fantastic for that. And last question, which is always the most important one. If anybody was looking for a new kitchen, or you obviously had some work done in your bathroom as well, which we've not even covered today, but what would you say to them about your experience with us if they were maybe considering choosing us?
Don't even think twice about it, don't worry about it. It's a great job, great people, professional from start to finish, on time. When they said they came, when they were finished, they finished. Perfect.
Magic, Jill. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.